What's up, good people? Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Jobu Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know how this works. Hold on. Hope everybody's having a great day. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling real good. And I'll tell you what we've been doing. What we've been doing here on Jobu Sports Report on my other channel, Cooking and Tailgate. Look at it. I'm getting the frosting right there. I'm getting the whole, wow. Okay. I've been cooking and trying to eat and do a little bit better, okay? You know, if you were to just look at me like this right now, you'd say, that dude, man, look at that. Oh, look at that chest. Arr. But then you step back and you get the belly. You get the belly. So that becomes a bit of a problem. But I've been cooking on my other channel and stuff, and I'm cooking tonight. We're going to do some steaks. Look at it. Check this out. Look at this. I'm going to do some smoked steak tonight. So I'm going to actually smoke the steak. I'm going to smoke the steak outside, then I'll do the rest of the topping inside. So I'm actually recording that part so you can see how I do it. Trying to get my smoke ready here. I hope I haven't finally killed this thing. Had this thing for a number of years, and it's literally melted off most of the end of it. I hope. See if it still works. I hope it still works. I might have to then do this the old-fashioned way. Anyway, I'm kind of mad as hell. I'm kind of mad. I've had some conversations with, Game Time and Randy Sites and stuff about Odell. You know, and I have a bone to pick with Jerry Jones. See, Jerry Jones, and I get it. You don't want to admit that you screwed the pooch, okay? Nobody ever wants to admit that they screwed the pooch and they made a big mistake. But last year when they got rid of Amari Cooper, they basically said, you know, when you pay somebody $20 million, you expect to get $20 million worth of production. I understand that, and I agree wholeheartedly. But you have to look back and say, we made a mistake when it came to Michael Gallup. You just do. I mean, Michael Gallup and Amari Cooper. Sorry. You know, you can't look at the Tennessee Titans right now and say what Tennessee Titans did with A.J. Brown was a good move. Because you look at that move, that brought the Eagles to the Super Bowl. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. That you can't look back and say that was a good move, but the Cowboys, that was a good move for the Tennessee, and turn around and say it was a good move for the Cowboys. The thing is I get it. You know, you say $20 million. So let's back this up for a second here. Getting rid of Amari Cooper cost us $12 million. Excuse me, $6 million. I'm so upset that I can't even think straight. It cost us $6 million in dead money. Okay. We then turn around and pay Michael Gallup $12 million. So together, right there, the two of those, that's $18 million. So what we ended up saving was $2 million by holding on to Michael Gallup instead of Amari Cooper. You know, with Jacoby Brissett and Deshaun Watson, okay, not exactly great quarterback play this year. Amari Cooper still had 1,200 yards of reception. 1,200 yards. So we saved $2 million and we lost about 800 yards worth of production. Sorry. That's the reality of it. And so now we're sitting here talking about Odell Beckham. And that's where, my man, Game Time, he's like, yeah, I like the idea of getting Odell. Okay. Here's the thing. Odell is looking somewhere in the neighborhood of wanting about $12 to $15 million. Odell hasn't had a 1,000-yard season in the last 3 years and has had back-to-back knee issues. So hypothetically, let's say we do sign Odell, and let's say we get it at $12 million, right? So let's say he takes I really want to be a Dallas Cowboy, and takes $12 million. You take his 12, you take Michael Gallup's 12, that's $24 million. Do we think that Odell healthy is going to be 1,200-yard receiver? Now, I guess maybe we'll say, maybe Michael Gallup, after having the reconstruction surgery last year, along with the cleanup knee surgery that he's had this week on his knee and his ankle, that maybe he'll be better than next year. But I don't know that you ended up with better value on that one. Sorry. I just don't know how you can try and spin that and say, yeah, we're happy with what we did. I would rather you just be truthful. Because I look at this with Odell Beckham, and I've said this kind of thing before. What happens is we get wowed with a name, because it's a name and you think about that, it's like, oh yeah, I remember Odell with the one-handed catch. Odell with the one-handed catch hasn't been Odell with the one-handed catch for a long time. He's never going to be Odell of one-handed catch ever again. But in your mind, that's the player that you think that you're getting. In all reality, it's not anywhere close to that. So we get excited. We think, oh my God, we're going to do great things because we got Odell. And in the end, you don't. So then we start saying, and I've said this, I feel like this is getting Eddie George. When we signed Eddie George, people remember him as a great Titan. Oh my God, we got Eddie George. But the reality is his production was about 3.3 yards a carry. And that's exactly what he did with the Dallas Cowboys. And I'm afraid that we're just getting the Jerry Jones hype train. Oh, we got Odell Beckham Jr. coming in here. Here you go. Eat some cake. Let him eat cake. And we get fooled again. It's just the way I feel. Maybe I'm going to be wrong, but I feel that way. And then we got talking about Hopkins. They said, well, hey, let's go ahead and get DeAndre Hopkins, Hopkins is in better shape. He did have 700 and some odd yards last year, but was injured most of the year, or half of the year. He played 9 games. 9 games with 700 yards is actually really good. But we're still talking about another guy who's 30, and now we're talking about a draft pick. If we're going to give up draft compensation, and if we're going to really say we're trying to get better, and we're trying to hold on to our quarterback and restructure him and get a Super Bowl, then we got to stop putting Band-Aids on. We got to stop putting Band-Aids on. We got to go out and get some real players to help our quarterback. I don't understand why this seems like it's rocket science. It's not. The Eagles versus the Titans. The Titans, last year, number one seed. Number one seed in the AFC with A.J. Brown. Without him, they're sitting home, didn't make the playoffs. The Eagles, one and done against Tampa Bay last year. They get A.J. Brown, conference championship, and now Super Bowl. I don't know. Maybe I'm crazy. But I also look at Green Bay. with Devontae Adams, number 1 seed. Aaron Rodgers, MVP. Without him, missing the playoffs, losing to the Lions at home in a win and get in. And Aaron Rodgers being, well, probably traded. Guys, let's not be stupid. And Jerry, stop trying to piss on our head and tell us it's raining. Or piss on our head and tell us it's yellow snow. All right, I got to get my steaks cooked in here for my other channel. Definitely check us out. I'll be live in there probably in about 40 minutes or so after I smoke my steaks. And then we'll go in there and make the salads to go with them. All right? Peace.